Putin is attempting to destabilize European countries to divert attention from Ukraine, warns Kosovo's president.
Here's a summary of the article.
On the eve of the anniversary of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, there are ominous warnings the Ukraine conflict could widen and draw in other countries. There are very real fears Vladimir Putin is stepping up efforts to destabilize countries from Moldova to the Western Balkans. What he's trying to do is to divert the attention of the West away from Ukraine, she told Sky News. President Osmani says the Kremlin wants the same in Kosovo via its ally Serbia. She says Russia is using methods it employed in eastern Ukraine to foment civil war and destabilize the country in 2014. Kosovo won independence after the Kosovo War that followed the breakup of Yugoslavia and the intervention of NATO. Several countries, Serbia among them, do not recognize it. As allies discuss how best to end the war in Ukraine, the Kosovan president warned against any territorial compromise with the Kremlin.
This post received a score of 6,300, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
He has been doing that for a decade at least. I think it's one reason Putin is getting so much unified hate right now. Then we find out Putin's been running destabilization campaigns, intentionally stoking division. Much of that we've come to realize was artificial, caused by Putin. So it's not just, oh we should help Ukraine, it's the right thing. It's a very personal, okay, fuck Putin. That guy needs to fucking go.
Literally half the bullshit in the world today can be traced back to that megalomaniac muppet. I'm including Trump and all the dodgy shit that happened during his presidency in that too.
You bet. Britain is just waiting to repay Putin for murdering people on British soil too. Oh, and the Netherlands should donate exactly 298 tanks, one for each victim murders by Russia on MH17. People have a lot of scores to settle with Putin.
Make the world regret your continued existence as much as possible.
Doesn't matter to him. He'll still remain rich and powerful until his last moments. That's all that matters to him.
Well, there was also, be remembered as a great Russia leader thing.
Putin has always considered the West as enemy, so it is not surprising he will try to create disruption.
Not always. He wanted to join NATO when he first came to power. We didn't fast-track him and we told him to go stand in line like everyone else, so he got pissed.
The USSR also wanted to join NATO. It was never about wanting to work together and respect each other's borders and interests. It was a ploy to either make NATO worthless by joining or score a propaganda win against the evil West that won't let Russia join its special club.
Russia's current behavior is a reaction to the failure of security cooperation in the 1990s and 2000s. It's about showing that Russia will not back down and is capable of causing enough damage to force other countries to take it seriously. It's why Russia demands to negotiate with the USA directly and constantly makes nuclear threats. What Russia wants is to be able to make the USA eventually sit down and agree not to admit Ukraine into NATO, because that shows that Russia is powerful enough to force other states to respect its security interests, which makes them feel secure.
After this irrational, genocidal temper tantrum, all I have to say to their position is follow your survival of the fittest mentality to its logical conclusion.
So, a normal day in Europe dealing with Russia?
There are always people in a country that would sell out their fellow countrymen for their personal benefit. Viktor Orban's calling for peace, just after it's clear the latest Russia offensive has faltered and they need time to regroup and rearm. Tucker there, it's not Russia the invader that's to blame, it's Kamala that failed to ensure a peaceful transition of control of a U.S. ally to a U.S. enemy. This is the very same Tucker that tried to convince Americans to take Putin's side, the day before Russia, and tried to install a puppet leader.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.